Dad checking home security footage is startled to spot his wife lying on baby's bedroom floor. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe to Did You Know and hit the bell so you never miss an upload from us. Also, leave a like right now. Any parent with a small child knows that installing a baby monitor in your home is an absolute must. You want to be sure your little one is safe and sound. After all, it's impossible to be everywhere at the same time. Tyrone and Karen Morris of Durban, South Africa, most certainly felt that way. When their son Brody was having trouble falling asleep recently, his mother went upstairs to sit with him until he drifted off. Only when she didn't come back downstairs for what felt like forever, her husband checked the baby monitor, and he was shocked to see Karen lying on the floor. Recently, Tyrone and Karen Morris of Durban, South Africa, invited several friends over for a dinner party. The guests were elated to spend some time with the couple's 15-month-old son Brody before his parents put him down for the night. As the party carried into the night, Brody's bedtime approached, and with all the entertainment downstairs, the last thing he seemed to want to do was to go to bed. Putting him down was going to be a battle, but his mother was more than up to the challenge. As Karen brought Brody upstairs, Tyrone expected the bedtime process to take some time. But when Karen hadn't returned for a long while, he became worried. He checked their baby monitor, and that's when he found his wife lying on their son's bedroom floor. She wasn't injured, though. Apparently, Brody wouldn't go to sleep. The party downstairs was so distracting that he became fussy and had trouble drifting off. He needed some serious convincing, and that's when Karen had a bright idea. He was moaning and wanted to get out of the cot. Every time I walked out of the room, he would stand up and moan, Karen recalled to the reporters at Times Live, a South African-based news outlet. Luckily for her, Karen had a plan. Karen noted that not only would Brody refuse to go to sleep, but he also wouldn't even close his eyes, a feeling not lost on any parent with young children. But the young mother knew she couldn't stay upstairs all night. Needing to get back to the party soon, Karen set her plan into action. I decided to sit on the floor next to the cot so he could see me. She explained her moves to the reporters. He then just lay there with his eyes a little bit open. After sitting on the floor for ages, Karen decided she needed to lie on her back. I lay back. He didn't flinch or move or try to get out of the cot, she said. As her son started to drift off, Karen realized that leaving without waking him was going to be tough. What Karen didn't know was that while she was putting her odd plan in motion, Tyrone and their guests were downstairs watching the entire situation unfold on the baby monitor. Obviously, everyone thought it was hilarious. Meanwhile, upstairs with Brody, Karen began planning her escape. Knowing that her son was a light sleeper, she decided it was better to not stand. Instead, she began to inch her way out of the room. She knew this was her only chance of getting out with Brody still asleep. All the while, the baby monitor continued to capture the entire thing. Tyrone and the couple's guests couldn't help but laugh as they watched Karen carefully slide all the way across the floor. But would she make it out without waking up her young son? At that time, Karen finally made it out of the room and rushed downstairs. When she arrived back to the party, she was surprised to find her husband and the guests laughing hysterically. Not long after that, Tyrone was posting the footage to his Facebook page. In his post, Tyrone was sure to comment on the professional style of the moves his wife used to get out of the room that night. "The South African Army is calling me for you to do training on the reverse leopard crawl," he wrote. The video became so popular that Karen and Tyrone were asked to appear on a South African radio show to talk about their skillful escape method. Most importantly, reporters wanted to know what it was like to become an overnight sensation. What Karen and Tyrone found most surprising about their sudden fame was that other parents seemingly wanted parenting advice from them. All Tyrone could do was joke about their inquiries, stating, "I don't know if we're the right people to ask." Even experts reached out to see if the young parents needed any help sleep training Brody. While appreciative, Karen and Tyrone were reluctant, since what they did seemed to be the norm, at least judging by people's comments on their Facebook post. Since the video of Karen putting Brody to sleep went viral, the internet has dubbed her Spider Mom. It was a name she and her husband fully embraced as they enjoyed their 15 minutes of internet fame. The situation convinced Karen to start blogging using the Spider Mom nickname. Her slogan was, "'Cause every mom is a superhero in their own way." And her site offered people the ability to share pictures, videos, and other funny happenings from their lives as parents. Obviously, Karen had no idea so many people would be amused by her moves. She was, however, quick to explain that her unusual exit did help her return to her guests that night. "Once I made my exit, that was it. The night was mine." Bravo, Karen! Karen's method of getting Brody to sleep was certainly hilarious. It makes you wonder what other silly things parents will try to do to get their kids to bed. Share this funny story with your friends below.